I now declare open the Ordnance Survey Outdoor Show 2009. Enjoy yourself.
I would say to anybody walking the GR20, do not fly to Corsica and start walking the first day. At least spend one night there, just to get used to the fact that you're in a hot, dry Mediterranean climate. Get plenty to eat, plenty to drink, because you will need that food and drink inside you before you set off. Once you start climbing from Calenzano, which is this little place here, you are straight up into the mountains, no messing. Your first day's walk involves climbing as high as Ben Nevis from sea level, only in hot, dry conditions with the possibility of a thunderstorm thrown in the evening just when you're getting high up. But higher still than Ben Nevis to get to your first refuge. This is the gîte in Calenzano, where most people spend their first night. The only other thing you need to know about Calenzano is the spa shop on the corner before you set off. Anything you haven't bought, you can buy it from the spa shop. But as of the past few years, all the food and drink you really need is up in those refuges anyway. Your job, therefore, is just to get to the refuges every single night.
This one will be about 35, this one will be about 30.
And that's using like a similar Trangia burner in there again?
Yeah, exactly the same sort of brass burner with the nozzles. Just trying to get it out. It's exactly the same sort of alcohol burning stove.
So at the last year's backpackers meet, you were showing photos of a top with the heat exchanger on.
We were.
How much nearer are you to getting one of those out there?
Still quite a way off. We've had to change titanium factories since that development. We don't know what's happened to the titanium factory we were using, but we know a couple of other manufacturers have had the same problem with the same factory. It's quite well known. We're looking to increase our range of sleeping bags, so we're looking to go for really, really lightweight down sleeping bags. This has got 200 grams of 850 fill power down, so this is a real sort of lightweight based type bag really. Then we're looking at some lightweight synthetic bags which would partner with our down bags, so you use them in conjunction with each other. And we've done a trial of that with this bag down here. We basically sponsored this guy to go off and do the Iditarod Invitational, which is basically it's a 350 or 1100 mile race across Alaska, and that was last week. So he's literally just come back. And so for his race, he needed a bag to go down to comfortably -40.
Right.
So rather than do that in one big down bag, we've got a -30 down bag, and then that's combined with a synthetic bag, which is oversized. And then we just put a rudimentary kind of hood clip system at the moment. That will kind of get a bit more developed. But that's good to kind of -40. And then we've also kind of developed an epic bivy bag. And I can't remember the weight on that, but it's something ridiculous, like 300 and something odd grams. So from that's very much kind of development ideas. We'll then see which ones of that will come to fruition, see what the market's like, and see what the dollar's going to do next week and how much stuff will be. Wool polyprop mixed sock, aimed at sort of 2-3 season trekker, and then we've just developed our own sort of venting system, so it's a left and right system. And the idea is that it's got padding where you need it, and where you've got a massive hotspot, there isn't any padding. Doing them in 4 sizes, 2 larger sizes are kind of the accent colours are coloured more for male, and 2 smaller sizes. The accent colours are more for ladies, but they're basically both grey at the top. Both got sort of elasticated heel cuff, elasticated ankles, and then a flexible ankle point.
And they were £15 for 3, weren't they?
£15 for 3 pairs, yeah. And the best thing about it is they're made in Nottingham.
Also, they were made in England?
Yep, 10 minutes from our factory.
Okay. Yeah.
Charcoal briquette cooker that uses obviously charcoal rods that heat up the water inside, rather than carrying gas canisters and eliminate or using assembling cookers at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Well, what happens is get one of these the old-fashioned charcoal hand charcoals, light it, and insert it into here. Take the bung out, insert it into there. Obviously, this is a bit too long for me. Put the bung in, and then stand it back up, and then pour the water inside here, which allows the heat to dispatch out, and it boils the water internally.
Yeah.
And once that's boiled, you can eat your meal out of it and stuff like that. Pour your drinks out for brews. And having carbon fibre, people might say it's a bit of an issue, but it's not an issue because it's got a layer of aerogel in it, which is one of the best insulative materials on the market. It basically, you can put a flame against it and you can touch it from the outside of the side, and you will not be able to feel a single bit of heat coming out of it. So it's absolutely brilliant insulative material. Keep it in your hand and stuff like hold it, and you can eat a meal out of it. And once you're done with burning the charcoal, because it's charcoal, it burns up into dust. Like a normal campfire, you scatter it back into nature, and to empty it, and then just chuck it all back in nature. You don't have to carry any extra stuff back. You lose about 10 grams of your weight, which is absolutely, to me, is absolutely brilliant. Just carry less back. And alternatively, you don't want to use the rods and stuff like that. Use a normal gas cooker. Gas cooker just sits on top because the base of it is wide enough to hold the standard gas cooker head. Whack it on top there, and it just burns away. If you don't want to do that, go back to the basics of nature, hang it over a fire like an old billy can.
What sort of weight are we looking at for the whole thing?
This weight of it is, at the moment, is quite heavy. I'm not entirely too sure just yet because I haven't calculated what titanium weight. This is about 500 grams at the moment, so it's pretty a bit heavy. Yeah. But eventually it will be lightened down as it develops.
Okay, the idea is it's a pan support and windshield that fits inside the pan it supports. It's a lightweight, so this one is about, for the Titan Trangia, that's about 37 grams. It's designed for use with a little mini drinks burner. It all folds up, fits inside the pan. It's got, based on just simple folded aluminium, so with a dual fold system, one fold provides the pan support and the other folds provide an air intake at the bottom. The upper section is just simple concertina to provide a windshield. So the air comes to the bottom, gets to the burner gives it the hot gas, comes up the side of the inside of the pan, so it keeps the hot gases next to the pan, stops them being blown away by the wind, therefore optimises the heat transfer to the pan. Really it's intended for sort of an integrated cosy cooking system. So you've got cosy, you've got a cook pot, you've got the squeeze box stove, fits inside the pan fits inside the cosy cooking pot fits inside the cosy, and burner emission cup fit inside the Titan as well. And you've got a fuel bottle, which obviously you don't want to carry in your cooking system.